I'm just about to uninstall all my social media from my devices, from smartphone, from computer. And I want to do a 30 days of social media challenge, and I'm pretty curious how it will turn out. So see you in 30 days. So I guess it turned out pretty well. Hi there, that's me a few weeks older after I successfully surpassed my personal 30 days of social media challenge. And you might be curious about what this experience brought me and why I even decided to take this challenge. So let's dive into it to find it out. Social media is a great tool to connect with other people, and it's also a perfect place for photographers and basically for all freelancers and businesses to showcase their work. It has so many benefits, but it might also be a huge source of procrastination, frustration, or it might even change the natural way of perceiving the reality, because we all want to show the perfect self on social media, don't we? Unfortunately, I've started to notice that I'm increasingly falling into the second part of this definition, and although I wanted to create more content on Instagram, TikTok or YouTube, over time I started to realize that this urge was maybe more caused by the FOMO syndrome. I knew I had to do something about it, and one option was to stop using social media for a while. So I made the decision, which is great and cool, but there was also one more thing I needed to do, and that's the public commitment. There are basically two reasons why I wanted to say publicly that I'm leaving social media for 30 days. And the first, more practical reason is that occasionally someone sends me a DM on Instagram, whether for business or personal purposes, and I just didn't want to ignore those people. So I put a short announcement in my stories that I will be back in 30 days, and that's pretty it. The second reason was that public commitment works as something that helps you to persevere in this challenge. Because if I wouldn't do this commitment, I'm almost sure that the IG icon will return back to my iPhone screen in 2 or 3 days, and the whole thing would be kind of pointless. So basically on the first day of the challenge, I uninstalled all the mentioned social media apps from my phone, and I also blocked the social media sites on my laptop just to make it foolproof. And I also started journaling throughout those 30 days to remember each day of the challenge and also to monitor the effects of the challenge. I think that I used to spend a lot of time on social media, and I think that I had been kind of addicted to it. However, throughout the first days of the challenge, I noticed basically only that sometimes I was looking for the Instagram icon on my phone, or I was wondering what my friends were doing, but I could basically live without these apps. But there was indeed one really challenging thing that I experienced. Social media are so present in nowadays society that it's kind of expected from you to have an account on Facebook or on Instagram. You want to log into some online services, social media are way to go these days. Or imagine that you have met someone new, and I bet that you don't usually exchange phone numbers straight away, but Instagram is usually the first option. Still, those things weren't such a big deal for me, and I could overcome these obstacles somehow. Anyway, I can't stop thinking about why it wasn't that difficult to give up on social media for 30 days. But two possible explanations came across my mind. When I go through my journal and reflect those days, there were so many things going on in my life throughout the month without social media that I didn't even have time to think about social media, which were just off my phone. Another possible explanation would be that I still had access to the internet and could browse some news articles, interesting stuff on Wikipedia and so on, so it was a small replacement for social media. But I still think that the first explanation makes much more sense, or at least I hope so. To conclude, it wasn't that bad, but maybe I should better set more strict boundaries next time to feel the real consequences of that offline mode. Well, it might sound that I want to get rid of social media at this point, but the true thing is that I plan to continue to create content on social media because I feel that it's a great place to express your creativity, to show off your work, to motivate others in all the things they've ever dreamed of. And I want to see some personal projects behind me as well, because it's an important part of my profession and my life journey. So that's another reason for me to actively continue using social media. But still, I hope that I've learned a lot from the lesson, and now I fall more into the first part of my definition of social media, to use it as a tool for connecting with other people and using only the benefits of social media. Well, we are slowly coming to the end of the video, and I believe that this video gave you some value and that I inspired you in some ways, because it would be my great pleasure. And if it did, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because it will also keep me motivated to create similar content very soon. So thanks for watching, and let me maybe put one last clever thing at the end of this video. Albert Einstein once said, "Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid." In other words, what a fish can do, an elephant can't. So stop comparing yourself to others, not only on social media unless you know the full context. Enjoy your day and see you next time. Bye!